Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Friday, and I have to start out by apologizing for the late submission of yesterday's video, which I just uploaded just a few minutes ago, which is just the day after. And I don't normally do that. I normally try to get it out on time during the day of the event that I video. And the reason I was so late getting my submission is after I got back from the shopping trip yesterday. You remember those shelves that I picked up at CW Home Depot? I got so excited. I was like a kid in a candy shop yesterday, and I just immediately wanted to get those things assembled, and I wanted to put some of the items inside the generator room, which is also a storage room inside there, to clean it up because it was such a mess. And it's still a little bit of a mess, but not nearly as much as a mess as it was before I put those shelf organizers inside that room. And we'll go down in just a little bit and I'll show you what that looks like down there as well. Then by the time I got done chatting with Ness for a little while last night, it was really late and I was exhausted. So hence the reason I uploaded this morning. I just got it done a few minutes ago, and I wanted to tell you, there were tons of comments over the last couple of days, and they were some really great comments. I've been reading it. I still haven't had an opportunity to answer. I'm a little bit behind on my sketch right now, but I will try to answer any questions and concerns that you might have over the last 24 to 48 hours. Remember, brown out yesterday, no electricity, so I wasn't able to do anything yesterday morning. But since I'm running so late this morning, I'm going to go ahead and get started on some of the projects here. So let me get started on those projects and get the day started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Well, even though I have a lot of projects that I need to start inside the house, I'm going to start outside the house today. I'm going to work on a garden project right now. I'm going to take some of this soil additive, that I picked up at the garden shop yesterday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up some of the weeds that are in this area right here. And then I'm going to start building into the soil this additive. Now, this additive is a little bit different. This is more of a mulching. This is what you would normally put on the top, and I'm going to show you the consistency of this. Now, that is normally what you would put as a topper. Like if you already have a flower bed, like we have over here, you would put that on top. And I'm going to add some of that to this area right here. And it also helps when it rains. It will keep the splatter of the mud from going on your wall or whatever you have it sitting next to. But it's organic. It will break down and it will add nutrients to your soil and your plants. So today I need to clean this up. This still has remnants of construction over here. You see all the rock inside here. Well, this was, you remember when they do the sifter? I don't know if you can see over my shoulder back there. That's when they take sand and they shake it and they get the fine sand and they dump the bigger rocks. They dump it in another place because that's not what they use. They can't use that with the big rocks in there for things like the plaster coat when you're doing finishing. So I need to clean this up a little bit and then get the shovel out, make some of the additive inside there and make this rich, which means I'm going to probably have to pull up all these plants that I already put here. I'm going to have to pull them up and replant them or put other plants in their location. Well, let me get started on that this morning. I can't tell you how concerned I am about working underneath this coconut tree with a bunch of those mature coconuts and a lot of them that are falling. I don't want one hitting the old noggin here. But I'm going to go with the odds. I'm thinking I got about as much chance of getting hit in the head as I do winning the lottery. But then again, you know, Murphy's Law. So I've been trying to avoid being too close to the center of the trunk of the coconut tree. Now, I had an idea I was throwing around a little while back, and I think I'm going to implement it now because timing is of the essence. And when I say timing is of the essence now, sometimes when you're doing things for your house, you have to think 5 years, 10 years down the road. Now, this coconut tree I want gone, but I don't want it gone right now because it's the only coconut tree on the property that's not a seedling. But the thing is, it threatens this portion of the retaining wall over here. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, this is my plan for today, is you see the plants I put back here. I'm going to dig those plants up. I'm going to grab one of the seedlings from the original coconut trees from this lot, and I'm going to put it centered in the very center of this little island here, this garden island. So it grows in the center. So if things fall from it, most of them will fall inside the garden area and won't hit the driveway or the retaining wall. Now, of course, when you have typhoons and things like that, you have to be concerned about that as well. But I think even if I put it in the center, even with any of the bending and everything of the coconut tree in the center of this island, I think we'll be fine. Then what I'll do, after it gets to maybe 2 meters, 3 meters tall, 4 meters tall, what I'll do is I'll hire somebody to come out and take this coconut tree out. We'll remove this one, and the other one will be exactly where I wish this was at to begin with. But I don't want to lose this because it's I just love the beauty of the coconut tree, and I want to keep it for a few more years until the other one is at appropriate height. So I'm going to work on that right now. Now the question is just which one of my seedlings do I want to transplant to the front? Now this seedling right here, this is not from the lot here at Villa Feliz. This one is from Ramil. Ramil is one of my friends that lives in the barangay here. But I think it's one of the biggest ones here. So we might put the Ramil coconut seedling up there since I think it will grow much faster. But let's look at what else we have right here. So as I'm looking here, for the most mature is the one I got from Ramil, and I have this one over here on this corner, right here. Well, after some careful deliberation, I decided I'm not going to use either one of those two large ones. I'm going to use one of the smaller seedlings because they'll grow pretty fast, especially if they're in a very fertile type of soil. And I am going to leave, believe it or not, the two big ones, I'm going to leave right where they're at. Now, I still have to pull them out of the ground because I have to check and see if they're still in containers. If they're in containers, that's probably why they're not growing nearly as much as they're capable of growing. So, because this island is going to stay. This island is going to stay. The Bahay Kubo will always be there as long as a typhoon doesn't lift it up and take it away. And remember, this is going to be the koi pond back here. And it would look so neat from the lanai up there, looking back down and seeing the two big coconut trees. So let's go dig up one of the smaller seedlings. It'll even be easier for me to dig up, and then we'll transplant it up front. Now you know why I put all of those seedlings in those containers just like that, so that it would be easy to pull out later on. So we're going to put it up there, but we're going to take it out of the container. Then we should see accelerated growth over the next couple of years, so it's not restricted inside that container. So let's go ahead and move this to the front yard. All right, now it's time to find dead center and to prepare the hole in the soil for the coconut tree seedling. Alright, the seedling is in the ground. And did you, I don't know if you could see it from the time-lapse video. I should have showed you a picture. I should have done a still. But the root bound, the wraps around inside that container, it was packed. So my prediction is this time next year, it's about 1 meter on the tallest leaf that's on there right now. I predict by this time next year, with those roots starting to expand out, I expect it'll be 2.5 meters. We'll check, mark my word. So I got it in the ground. It was a bit of a challenge. I hit every single obstacle you could possibly hit. I need to get out from underneath this coconut tree, because with all the obstacles I had there, the odds of me hitting those means the odds might be that a coconut might fall from this tree. So I hit roots. Remember the mahogany trees that used to be there? I hit mahogany roots. And of course, this coconut tree, you know, there are thousands of roots from coconut trees, so I hit those. And then in the very center where I wanted to plant this tree, I hit a mini boulder down there. This one right over here. So, and it was a challenge to try to dig all around it, up underneath it, to finally get that up. I didn't know how big that boulder was. It was. But I was able to get that up. So, and then not only they have obstacles trying to get the seedling in the ground, then there were red ants everywhere. I got more bites on my feet than a lamb chop at a crocodile convention. So anyway, I had to spray. I always keep plenty of this around, this Baygon stuff right here. And I play it spread around. I just got so many bites on my feet right now. So let me go in, get some lunch, get hydrated, and back out here again. Well, wouldn't you know it, right as I started getting back into work in the garden right after lunch, the sky opened up and it really came down. It's slowing down a lot right now, but it's that normal afternoon kind of shower that we haven't gotten for a while, but we've been getting over the last few days, which means I am on a pause for working over in the flower bed area over there. So maybe I can work on a few things on the inside, so at least the day's not a full wash. All right, changed out the flex hose. I will give it 24 hours for the silicone to seal around the connection to the PVC pipe, and then I'll test it tomorrow for leaks. That's out of the way, and while I was in here, the rain stopped. My gardener's outside doing some work, and I think I'm gonna go outside and work side by side with him, more in that garden area. Well, that's about it for me, folks. I am bushed. Even with the rain, now some of this is sweat and some of it is rain. But I got a lot of this dug up, and I churned in that compost mixture, and it's really soft in most places. I need a rake. I need one of those hard rakes. I haven't seen those around here, but I am going to run to Ace tonight because I've been getting text messages for like the last 3 weeks. Ace is having a sale. It's a big sale for 31, 1, and 2 September, and so it's like 10% off, and then if you have a SM Advantage card, you get an additional 10%. So it's 20% off, and it's big. It's a big deal for them. It's a big sale item, and I think maybe the salespeople, they get commissions and things when they bring people in. Because I signed my name a couple times. Well, anyway, the salesperson in the Honeywell area that has for the key organizers and things like that, I stopped by there a couple of weeks ago, and I've been getting text messages from him like every 3 days. And I told him I will stop by when you have the sale. I will stop by. Then he calls me up on the phone today. He says, the sale started today. And I told him, I said, yeah, I think I just want to do some work here, and I'll be in tonight. And I'm really tired. I don't want to leave here, but I feel obligated. Anyway, my dad always told me a man is only as good as his word. And I live by a lot of the words that my dad says. And I truly believe it says something about your character. So I'm going to go down to the night, even though I'm tired. I'm going to go get a shower, run down there. I'm not going to bring the camera down there tonight, so I'm going to close here because I'm just picking up a couple of items. I'll take you on the next trip when I go shopping. So a good day. I got some work done here. I hope I fixed that plumbing issue up on the second floor. I think there was something else I did today. I can't remember. Was there something else? Oh, you didn't see. Oh, my contractor. Maybe you did see in the time-lapse videography. In the corner, you saw me outside talking to somebody, to 2 people. Well, that was actually Sheila from this lot over here, and my builder, who is also my architect, who is also Sheila's architect. And they were over there doing some evaluation, but he wanted to assure me that his crew is going to be coming starting next week. They will be here the first week of September, as he told me. And I have to go out and I have to get some tile adhesive. I have to get some concrete hollow blocks. I got to get some stuff for his guys to actually have some materials to work when they get here. So anyway, that's a good sign, and I believe they'll be in, and we'll get things finished up here as soon as possible. So like I said, let me close for today so I can go down to Ace and get back home and get to bed at a decent time and get this video uploaded. So if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed and you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed day.